My name is Emily Hanna and welcome to Emily's Reviews for You. Today I will be discussing the book Boy Erased, which is a memoir written by Gerard Conley and was published on May 10th, 2016. In this book, a 19-year-old boy is part of a very strict Christian family, as his dad is a Baptist pastor. When his parents find out that he is gay, his father gives him an ultimatum that he is to either go to a gay conversion program or leave his family and never speak to them again. Conley decides to attend an ex-gay program called Love in Action to please his parents. After a couple of weeks in, he highly despised the program, so he left. He attended a college with a liberal environment and accepted the fact that he was indeed gay. Personally, I enjoyed this book because it was interesting to see how the different views deal with the topic of being part of the LGBTQ community. Also, as Conley was speaking firsthand about his experiences at the ex-gay program, it was evident that he just wanted to be himself and that the people there were just trying to mess with his mind and make him feel bad about liking the same gender. The scene I will be discussing today takes place after Conley's ex-girlfriend's brother, Brandon, was caught with another man. His mother decides to call Conley's father, as he's a Baptist pastor, to have him speak to Brandon and hopefully get through to him about his actions. This passage takes place after Conley's father returns from meeting with Brandon and discussing with him his sinful actions. My father came home around 4 o'clock in the morning. His eyes red, his hair a mess. He wouldn't tell us much of what happened, just stood in the kitchen shaking his head. The boys had made a mistake, he said. He explained to Brandon and the other boy that continuing their sinful behavior would turn them against God, expel them from the kingdom of heaven. Brandon would grow out of it, my father said. His voice sounded unconvincing, and I could tell he was shaken by the visit. The significance of this passage is that the character of Conley's father was further portrayed as being an extreme conservative. He does not accept anything that goes against the church and works to purify people from sinful behavior despite the person's feelings. The importance of this passage to the novel as a whole is that this novel would not have taken place without his father's ultimatum causing Conley to attend an ex-gay program. His father's opposition to being gay, concerning his devotion to the church, was further exemplified in this passage as he helped out a friend to ex-gay her son. I would rate this book a 7 out of 10 because at some parts I did feel a little uncomfortable with certain descriptions, but other than that, I believe that this was an interesting experience to read about. I believe that people who may be struggling with being accepted by their family and friends would appreciate this book the most. He includes a lot about how people are trying to mess with his head to get him to change, and he makes it clear that these institutions are unacceptable and to just be yourself no matter what. Thank you for tuning in to this week's book talk. I hope to see you next week on Emily's Reviews for You. Bye!